Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about another cultural stereotype that Japan has, in my experience with that, and that is my experience as being an overweight person in Japan. I am 160 pounds and I am 5'4", maybe 5'5". I'm not sure. I haven't measured myself recently, but I mean, I am not technically some people may not consider me overweight in America. Like, I'm not considered plus size when it comes to clothing sizes. I can find myself in the normal clothing range, but I know I'm medically considered overweight, and definitely by Japan standards, I am overweight. Because anyone who's been to Japan can see that many of them are very, very thin. But before I went to Japan, I did a lot of research, just so I knew what I was going to get myself into, because I'm kind of like one of those people who loves to research and watch these kind of videos and see, what it's going to be like for me. And one thing I heard is that if you are overweight, people would tell you, it's not like, it's like, oh, I think you've gained some weight lately. It's like, oh, you're fat. And I mean, I know I'm overweight. I know I'm fat. I'd rather it not be the topic of our conversation. That's kind of embarrassing. But that's what I came expecting, because I heard that that's the way Japanese people would be like, because I heard that cultural thing, they're more open about talking about it. And I also came fully prepared to not be able to buy any clothing at all. Because I heard, oh, if you're slightly overweight, you will not be able to find your size in Japan. And, that's not true. I wear size L in Japanese sizes, which, if you go to, smaller places, or trendier places like Harajuku or something, it's hard to find size Ls. I saw these really cute short skirt thing. I wanted Harajuku, but it was a size M, and they didn't have L, and I had to let it go, because even though I'm on a diet, it would suck to just look at it all the time, and know I won't be able to fit into it until, a month or two down the road. So, but, it is possible to find clothing in Japan. And I was not prepared for this. I was totally prepared to only buy accessories. But actually, I'm wearing two things from Japan right now, so I'll show you. I have these, this skirt, which is actually shorts underneath, which is really cool. When the wind blows, you are not exposed. And this shirt, I'll show you. I want to take off my sweater. And then it has this collar and these ties. Whoa, my lighting went really weird there. Sorry about that. And then it's like a tie, bow tie. And so I got those in Japan. Those are both size Ls, and they fit me pretty well. This shirt's a little roomy. It's kind of tight, the puff sleeve area. But I just kind of have big arms, and I'm working on that, so eventually it'll fit me right. But, yeah, so you can find clothes your size. Don't worry. If you're 40, 50 pounds overweight, you should be fine. If you're a little more overweight than that, you may have to go to specialty shops or order online. I know it's an inconvenience, but because there aren't as many overweight people in Japan, there's much less demand for plus-size clothing, which means it's kind of expensive for stores to hold them. The one thing you will not be able to find as easily is clothing in thrift shops, because thrift shops tend to sell average-size clothing. They usually only have smalls to mediums, so they won't have an extra small or large or something like that. Generally, you can find them sometimes, but I tended to just stay away from thrift shops. It was kind of bummer because they had really cute stuff, but I knew I wouldn't be able to fit into it, so it was just say love you. So, but yeah, you will be able to find clothing. The other part about the Japanese being very open about it and kind of being offensive in American standards, I didn't have that happen to me at all. Really no one ever commented on my weight. Only one person commented on my weight, but it was just more it was kind of not mean. It wasn't oh, you're fat. It was like your arm is soft or something. I don't remember. I think my friend was like leaning on my shoulder, like, oh, your arm's soft. It was like, you're like a pillow. It's like, yeah. The nice thing about being overweight is you're squishy, so you make a good pillow. But yeah, for the most part, I did not experience that at all. I'm sure, like, if you like experience that, it's not like a really like rare thing. Like, I'm sure it happens. I just never experienced it. I think if I was 200 pounds, like I used to be when I went to Japan, because when I went to Japan I was 160 pounds. I've been on a diet for like almost a year now. But if I was 200 pounds, then I might have had a little more issues. Probably would have had more issues finding clothing, especially bottoms. My legs are kind of huge, so it's really hard for me to find like pants that fit. I tend to just buy skirts and shorts and leggings and kind of stuff like that. While I was there, for the most part, shirts fit me fine though. I think that's all I have to talk about today. So yeah, that was just my experience with being overweight in Japan. Don't worry about it, honestly. I mean, it isn't a big deal. I think if you're gonna live here long term, you may end up losing weight because the food is just healthier. But don't believe the whole portion sizes thing. At least for me, like, my family already eats very small portion sizes for Americans, which is why the rest of my family is tiny, but it's kind of, I have bad genes, so my metabolism is super slow, so I eat the same amount as my sister, who's 100 pounds, and I'm 160, it kind of sucks, but, I mean, so when I went to Japan, I was like, oh, small portion sizes, I'm gonna lose weight, and, I got food, and, like, the restaurants, I'm like, this is a lot of food, I won't be able to finish this, which is another thing. You're supposed to finish your food because it's kind of rude to waste it. And so I'm just like, I'm gonna end up gaining weight. But yeah, don't worry about it. If you want to lose weight, go ahead. If you don't, if you're happy with yourself, then good for you. Don't be scared of Japan because of this kind of stereotype Japan has. A lot of Japanese people aren't judgmental like that, so don't worry about that. Talk to you next time. I think I'll be doing more of these culture videos as well, on top of like my mini series about language learning apps. And maybe I'll start doing some language videos. Comment and tell me what languages you want to know. I'm learning Japanese, Chinese, Korean, and German. So yeah, like and subscribe. And I'll see you later.